Okay, I think I'm recording. Okay, welcome to the weather update. I am trying, you're going to have to bear with me. I'm trying to use I don't even know how this works exactly. Um, I think I'm using OBS Studio, so it's a totally new screen capture software for this weather update. So it's probably going to be I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes, and I'm going to try my best. All right. We do have some winter weather heading our way, so we're going to first look at how cold it was this morning, because that's what I'm really curious about. We'll look at West Hampton first. No, the sites are out of order. All right, well, got down to 22 last night. All right, it's not that cold. We had a lot of clouds around today. Yeah, I've got to do the satellite. You can look at this here. So I have these in favorites, but I'm trying. I've got a new computer, so everything is different, and I gotta get used to it, and it's going to take a very long time for me, especially after using the same computer for like 7 or 8 years. Using new software and everything. So you can see a lot of clouds around. We have this system that is off to the south. If we look at the radar here, you'll see here, make this a little larger, you'll be able to see this system here that's off to the south here with heavy rain over Delmarva, and some north of that, a little light snow around Washington, Atlantic City, into Pennsylvania. And that is all going to head in our direction. Looking at some of the observations across the area, we are in the 30s. It's been kind of chilly the past couple of days. Obviously, been below normal. And I did wind up getting to the Pine Barrens on Saturday. We did have some sun, and I'll have to figure out how to put that video together, because I'm also going to be using new video editing software as well. So temperatures here are around 30 degrees, and like I said, hopefully this is working. I hope it's working, because I don't want to have to redo this. Okay, so let's look at the models here, and we're going to start with the upper air here. Okay, so let's do this. All right, and we'll change this regions here. And obviously we have this storm, this weak storm that's coming. You can see, there's a big trough in the west, but there's also a trough off the east coast. So we're just going to look at the general pattern, and then we'll talk about the storms. Here's the one for Thursday. You can see it getting pushed off to the south. And this is all because of that strong block in Greenland. But behind that storm, we're going to get some really cold air. And then after that, it looks like we have more chances and opportunities for cold air. You could sort of see it there. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. That's the long range. Let's go to the surface now, because I don't want this being too long of a weather update, because there's still a lot of work I have to do setting this up, obviously. So here we go. So here is this storm. The crux of it moves to the south, and we have this high that's kind of wedged into place here, which is going to kind of try to keep the dry air in, but we should see some light snow break out in the early afternoon. And then as we get into the evening, a little light rain, and then it moves away. And then the next storm is suppressed to the south. It's a strong storm, but it's suppressed to the south. This is the one for Thursday. So we're not even going to see anything from it other than some clouds. That moves away, and then you can see that cold air coming right behind it. I don't have the Paint app on here yet. I'm actually using Edge, which is actually similar to Chrome. So I don't know if I'm going to use Chrome or not. You can see that cold high building, and then the next system comes in and gives us our next chance of precipitation, which would be Monday as we start off the month of February. This might be one to watch. We might get some snow with that, and then here we are with that track off to the west again. So let's go look at our temperature anomaly thing here as we'll go into tomorrow. You'll see around average across the east. You can see there's a lot of cold air in the west. It's unfortunately not over us. And then for Wednesday, into Wednesday, you'll see we go a little bit above normal, and Thursday we start going below normal again. It's going to pull down some cold air. So we get a nice cold Friday out of it, and a cold Saturday too, a little Arctic air there. And then we go above normal again. And then we'll be above normal, I guess, as we head into February, unfortunately, according to this. But you can see there's a lot of cold air up there that's trying to come down. So it's a matter of getting it down here. And, of course, this is the extreme long range. You can see it seems to want to be in the west, unfortunately. But we will get a shot of it this weekend, fortunately. And that's good. We'll look at the actual air temperatures now. You can see that cold air up in the upper northwest there in the Dakotas. You can see what happens as we get toward the weekend. You can see that cold air coming down over the east coast there. So you can sort of see that some of that warmth there, and the cold. But you see all that cold air up in Canada, so it's just a matter of getting down here, and hopefully we can make that happen. Get a little closer to our area, and I know everybody's focused on the storm. I'm focused more on the cold. But we'll look at the temperatures first tomorrow. You'll see it's going to be kind of a raw day again with that light snow. Then as it goes above freezing to the mid and upper 30s, we get that light rain in the evening. That moves away. We're up to around 40 on Wednesday, and then Thursday we start dropping with that storm going to the south, pulling down some cold air with that high building in low 30s. And then Friday, look at that. By Thursday night, we're in the teens. And Friday, we may be struggling to reach the low 20s, low to mid 20s. So it's going to be a nice cold day. Look at that, some real nice Arctic air. Temperatures may be dropping low teens, maybe single digits, especially north of the city. And then for Saturday, we only go up into the mid 20s, mid to upper 20s. And then we start warming up Sunday. So we do get a nice cold blast this weekend. It's been a while since we've had a nice cold blast like that. But anyway, yeah, let's go to the storm here. I mean, it's not really going to be all that impressive what we're going to see. This one goes to the south, so we're not really going to see much from that at all. It's this little small system here. It's a weak system. It's relatively flat, and it's just producing really not a whole lot. Let's go look at the snowfall map. You'll see there probably won't be a whole lot of snow from this. Barely anything. It's going to give us a 1 to 2 inches if we're lucky, this system. And, of course, I know this is the GFS, and, of course, I know that it's not that the resolution is not that high. So let's go look at the HRRR and the 0Z run. And let's see what we got here. So this is the HRRR 0Z run. And you could see, again, Long Island just gets very little from this. There's just not a lot of moisture with it, and the air temperatures will start rising, so it'll start changing the rain. We'll look at this on the simulation here. You could see it just kind of starts off right in the early afternoon there, a little light snow, but it's already raining in New Jersey, and then just get a little light snow, and then it changes to maybe a little mix around the early evening, and then a little light rain. And there really won't be, all that much even liquid equivalent here. Let me look at the total accumulated precip. Yeah, not a whole lot, like maybe a quarter of an inch to maybe a half an inch of liquid equivalent. Not a whole lot there to look at. That's the HRRR. We can also look at the NAM as well. We'll use the NAM 12 kilometer. And I don't have enough of the 0Z run out. Let's go ahead and look at this. So you can see it keeps the NAMs even drier. You can see it has the heavier precipitation over the mid-Atlantic. But the NAM keeps us pretty dry because we got a lot of dry air at the surface. If you go to this, you'll see just a lot of dry air at the surface. So that's really the NAM's even slower with the onset of the precipitation, maybe not until like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Light snow, but you can already see in the South Shore it could be raining, and just very little to speak of. We're not really going to get very much, and that next system just goes right off to the south. It's a pretty intense system, but you can see it just goes right off to the south and misses us. So, yeah, that's definitely going to be something. That's going to be one hell of a storm, but it's going to be off to the south, and it's going to miss us. But it's still going to create some high winds and pull down some really cold air as we get into later Thursday and Friday and Saturday. So I'm going to go back to GFS now, and I guess we'll look at the skies and see. Obviously, we had plenty of cirrus level clouds today. Tomorrow, obviously, plenty of clouds, overcast. Wednesday, might get a couple of breaks in the afternoon. Obviously, Thursday, plenty of clouds. Friday, we'll have to see how much sunshine we get. We may get a little instability cloudiness showing up in the afternoon. A little less. Showing up in the morning, a little less in the afternoon. So hopefully we can get some sunshine. If not that, then maybe Saturday we can. If we can hold back this junk off to the west there, we can get a clear day out of it, which would be nice. So only one of those 2 days will be clear, but it will be cold and windy as well. Look at the wind speeds, you'll see. It'll be a little bit on the windy side as well. Not damaging wind, but, that wind is going to, between the wind and the temperature, it's going to feel pretty chilly out. And that's going to keep the temperatures. It's going to make it feel pretty chilly out there. Now, I don't really have any other models that go that far out, so I think, with that said, I think we will wrap up this update here. wrap up this weather update. I'll just leave you with the current conditions at Farmingdale. 33, dew point 15. So, yeah, you have that dry air and you have that high nosing down. So, again, it's not going to be really that much precipitation tomorrow, but it's, maybe a little bit of snow on the ground. We'll get a little bit, maybe. So, yeah, I got to figure out this OBS studio, and now I'm going to hit the stop recording button. And I'll get used to it, but it's going to take me some time. But I'm very grateful I was able to get this computer and resume doing the weather updates and some of the stuff on here, because it's important, especially in these times when everything is like virtual. I know a lot of people are doing that. So thank you for watching, and take care.